Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today I have a fun announcement to make, but I'm going to hold that off until the end of the video. And I'm going to be going through one of my cut files in my Etsy shop, which is a balloon frame cut file. So I'll just get right into it. Part of the pack, you'll get this frame cut out and 7 balloons to go with it, and this is just so that you can like layer them up the way you want to. You can most definitely color them on here if you want, or cut this out of pattern paper, whatever works for you. Today we're going to be doing 2 cards. I'm going to do one with different colored balloons, and then the next one I have will be a holographic frame that I cut out. And we'll do a fun like rainbow background on it, and make it into a flat shaker card. But I'm going to start off with this one. This one, I started off with a white frame. I'm going to ink blend all the balloons using Distress Oxide colors. So what we're going to do is start with the Candy Apple Red. Then I'm going to use Spiced Marmalade for the orange, Squeezed Lemonade for the yellow, Cracked Pistachio for the green, Tumbled Glass for the blue, Wilted Violet for the purple, and Kitsch Flamingo for the pink. And then I'll just speed through the ink blending. But first I'm going to show you guys a new product I got off Amazon. And it's these mini ink blending tools that comes with containers and the foam pads. It comes with like 42 of these foam pads, but it comes with like 20 of these plastic cases to put them in, which I thought was really handy. Right now I have them all right side up, but I did test a few colors and thought putting them in upside down was going to be a bit easier, because then you could just kind of like pick it up like this and you're touching it like a little less, like you still need to take it off and put it back. But I just thought that that would be handy. Actually, I need this red one. And then you could like store them like this, and like I said, it come with like a whole bunch of refills, and it came with 2 handles for the mini ink blenders, and it was only like $25–30 maybe, which is not too bad. These will last me quite a while. I was using those brush daubers for a while, but I think I prefer the foam blending. It just makes it a bit smoother and it's a lot less work. So I'll just get started on that. Okay, now that these are all done, I'm just going to use my Distress sprayer that I just bought and just give them a bit of a squirt and help bring out those Distress Oxide qualities. I'll let the water sit for a minute before I get a paper towel. And I don't seem to have any paper towels, so I'm just going to use my microfiber cloth. Okay. The lighter colors are a little bit more difficult to see the texture difference. So maybe those 2 I put more in the background than the other colors. So I'm just going to set that aside and get started on the card. Okay, so for the card we're doing A2 size. No white border on this, because generally for this frame I just leave it as is, because it does already have the white border on it, and I'm going to leave it that way. I think I'm going to color the strings in a lighter gray, but I'm also using a gray grid pattern. I think this paper pack is from either Doodlebug or Honeybee. I'll see if it's still available and link it below. If not, I'll try to find something similar, but it's just it's not cut. So I just had it cut a little bit less than 5.5 by 4.25, about a 1/16 less, just so that it fits a bit better. Looks like I forgot to trim the one side. But I think like the gray with the bright colors will help bring those bright colors out. You could also just do the white on white if you wanted to, but I like a bit of a pattern in the background, even if it is subtle. So I'm just gonna color these strings using a cool gray marker that would match somewhat. So I think I'll use, maybe I'll go a little bit darker and go cool gray 2 from my biannual markers from Amazon. Okay, so I'm just gonna adhere this to the card and then the frame to that, and that stands out enough for me, so. I think this is my go-to for this card. I've made like probably 4 or 5 of these types of cards with this balloon frame. And I almost always cut them in white, which is why I'm trying the holographic later in the video, just because I've not tried anything like that. I was thinking about doing a black one and maybe doing some like bright colored balloons, which would be fun, but maybe I'll do that in a different video. Like a black frame with like some neons would be nice. Just making sure all these balloons are stuck down. Okay, and then we're gonna go in rainbow order, top to bottom. So I'm gonna, pink is an honorary rainbow color, so I'm just gonna layer it up like this. Orange. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna put the green in the background. And then these few do overlap the border, but that was intentional. Okay, so the ones on the bottom, these 3, I'm gonna glue directly down, and then these 4 I'll probably pop up with some foam tape and then come back. Okay, so that's our card. I do have a sentiment that I already redid. This is a Let's Celebrate from the Hero Arts Let's Celebrate stamp set, which is right here. It's just a bunch of birthday sentiments and like pretty, I guess, general, like there's a yay, let's celebrate could be for a graduation or a birthday or a wedding or something. I've used it on a wedding card before. You're fabulous. So this is actually a really great set for birthday cards and a few other things. So I've already stamped it, heat embossed it on black cardstock using white, and I'm just gonna add it to the card, and I think I'll just add it, I kind of like it in the bottom. It's good to go here just because I have these 2 balloons propped up, so I would just have to add a piece in the middle to help with that, but maybe I can move it down a little bit. Like right there. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, and I think I'm actually gonna also add a few gems to that. And I'll stick with the clear ones. These are from Paper Roses, which Simon says Stamp doesn't have anymore, but I think I linked to a Studio Katya one in a previous video, so I will just link to those ones again. And I'm just gonna run my bone folder over the edges here too. There, that's actually a lot better. This really does make a difference. To me anyway. If it doesn't bother you, then don't bother. So that's our first card done. Quick, simple. Ink blending these was super quick, especially with the foam pads. Gave it a nice solid color, and then adding the water actually helped add some texture and a little bit more interest to this card. And then of course we had to add a little bit of bling. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next one. And for this one, we're gonna make a shaker card. I'm not gonna do anything more to this frame. We're gonna leave it as is. I don't think it needs anything else, just because it's holographic, it's kind of like rainbow silver in color. And I'm gonna be adding some sequins into the mix, so I think it might get too busy. And this background is from Honeybee Stamps Team Tie-Dye paper pack, and if it's still available, I'll link it down below. If not, just you probably make this background if you have a circle stencil or even like circle stamps. You could like stamp out pinks and purples and then oranges and yellows and whatnot, and just kind of like make your own background similar to this. And again, I'm using that Hero Art stamp set, but I'm going to put the happy birthday on this one. And then for the shaker pieces, I think I'm going to use these holographic sequins I got at Michael's. I have ones from Studio Katya as well, but they're a little more yellow, whereas the ones at Michael's were white, but the ones at Michael's have the holes in them, which I don't love, which is why I'm saving them for shaker cards. I think I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I like to use, this is gift basket wrap. It comes in a large roll. I just cut it down with a pair of scissors. It's from the dollar store. I forget how many yards you get, probably like 3 yards or something. But if you cut them into like manageable pieces, this will make plenty of shaker cards. So I'm just gonna cut myself a big piece. This is way more than I need, but I'll just trim it after. And then for shaker cards, I don't always remember to use this, but this is really sticky. But I'm gonna use my red line tape just because the other double-sided tape I got from Amazon I find dries out after a few years. So I'm always worried about my cards falling apart when I use that, which is why I've kind of switched over to using glue most of the time now. But I feel like this red line tape might be a bit better because it's a bit more of like a plasticky tape. And I will also trim these sides now. You don't want too much in the back. So I would leave about maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 max for your fold over. You also don't want it to be too tight. I always make sure at the bottom I do like kind of like push down a bit, but don't like push it down to the point like where it's too tight, because then your cardstock will start to curl, and it will make your card curl as well. And then before we close it, we're gonna add our shaker bit. No, that's way too much. I was trying to use up the container, but that's just way too much. Even that's a little too much. Okay, I think that's good. It's enough to shake around. I'm just gonna try to, sometimes they get piled up, and then if you close it while they're like that, it's hard to get them to unpile themselves. So just try to make sure they're as flat as possible even when doing this. Oops. Make a mess as always. Okay, now you peel off the back. Okay, now I'm just gonna glue my frame to this, and then I'll glue this to the card base. gonna add my sentiment now, and I cut out this happy birthday banner, and I think I'll put it down the bottom. Okay, so that's our fun holographic happy birthday card with a rainbow flat shaker background. So exciting news. Today I actually reached the 100 subscriber mark, which is super exciting, which is kind of why I did this celebration sets. I actually was already planning to do this, so it kind of fits a bit. It's not exactly a birthday thing, but it is pretty exciting, so we can do the let's celebrate for sure. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away these 2 cards, as well as I'll put together a package for some card making. So I'll include some card bases, some pattern papers, some envelopes to go with them, potentially a stamp set, and a few other doodads maybe to work on the cards. So I'm basically going to give you 2 finished cards that you can give away and a card kit to make your own cards, which should be pretty fun. And then what I'll do is, if you like this video, leave a comment, let me know which one of these is your favorite, and also subscribe to my channel. I'll pick a winner from someone who's done all 3 of those things. Then I will announce the winner in next Friday's video, and then I will connect with you and we can arrange shipping. I'll have this open for let's do all of North America. I'll do Canada and the US, just because I am in Canada, and that would just be a lot easier. Maybe later on down the line, once I have bigger amount of subscribers or something, maybe I can open it internationally, but for now we'll just leave it for North America. So yeah, so it's pretty exciting. Thank you guys for your love and support and your comments. I do try to reply to all your comments as soon as I see them, not necessarily right away, but I do get to them when I can. So yeah, so these are our cards for today, and one lucky winner will get them soon. Thanks again for joining me for today. Again, like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things, and you could win this as well as a fun card making kit that I'm going to put together for you. See you guys next time. Bye!